So Fillsmith Luzolo is currently working as a geologist at Barrick Gold Corporation and completes in parallel a PhD at the University of Cape Town in South Africa. His research focuses on kimberlite indicator minerals to map the mantle lithosphere beneath the Kasai craton in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Fillsmith graduated from a master's degree from the University of Pretoria in South Africa, and he did his bachelor's degree at the University of Kinshasa in Democratic Republic of Congo. Fillsmith is also a member of the INEX group, the Geological Exploration Initiative of Congo, whose goal is to enhance the future of geoscience research in the DRC by supporting students and academic research through collaboration initiatives. So I think Fillsmith can tell you more about it in a minute, and you'll find a link on our webpage, on the community page, so feel free to have a look at it. And today, Fillsmith is here to present part of his PhD work, and will speak about kimberlites and diamond occurrences in the Democratic Republic of Congo and future perspectives. So this is going to be a 20-minute talk followed by a 20-minute discussion, and then we will have a second talk, Valentina Taranovic, in 40 minutes or so. So stay live for these two talks today, and Fillsmith, whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Okay, yes, I'm ready. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Marion, for introducing me. And also I'd like to thank the Deposit team to organize this kind of presentation during this time. Okay, so I would like just to emphasize about the INEX. INEX is a geological exploration initiative of the DRC. So our goal is to promote research within the country, and we are welcoming all researchers, international or locally, in the country to work with us. We have plenty of projects we are trying to organize, from Archean ore deposit to Phanerozoic ore deposit. So if you're interested, just check our website, and also there is a contact detail at the end of these slides. Okay, so let me go straight to my presentation. Let me try. Okay. So this is the topic I'm presenting today. It's kimberlites, diamond occurrence in the DR Congo and future perspective. So the first thing is why this topic? Why kimberlites, diamond occurrence? So it just came in my mind because the Congo has been a very big producer of diamond since now more than 50 years. So it's been producing diamond, but I would like just to show where those diamonds occur within the country. So that is the purpose of this presentation. And also some characteristic of this in terms of the craton. So we'll be going through the craton and different kimberlite field in this presentation. So if you look at the production, Congo has been producing, has been one of the largest producer of diamond, but the production decreased recently because of the decrease of some artisanal mining activity. So, but still the Congo is one of the largest reserve of the diamond in the world. It could be the second in the world. And this mining industry is governed only by the Ministry of the Mine, and with this mining code, which is put it at the bottom. Okay, so let's look at the use of diamond. We know that it's used in jewelry, and this I've just put the image of some jewelry from the Queen Elizabeth, as you can see that, and it's also used in the mining industry, like for some tools, drilling tools, and also in the aeronautic, or for transistors in the rockets. So what is the diamond and what is the kimberlite? So we know, all of us, the diamond is an extremely rare mineral. It forms in higher pressure and they are mostly originated from a thick lithospheric craton. And we know that the diamond is carried up to the surface by mostly the kimberlites. So the kimberlite itself, it's a potassium-rich, CO2 and H2O rich ultramafic rock, and it's composed of mixture of xenolites, xenocrest, and also ground mass minerals. So the kimberlite is directly associated with the craton, so from Archean to Proterozoic. So where do kimberlites and diamond come from? If you look at the crust, you can see the kimberlites come from the lower mantle, as you can see in this arrow, and also from the core. So the kimberlite is a very key in terms of knowing the composition or the geochemistry of the mantle, because it's carrying up the material from the lower mantle to the surface. So the diamond is occur in lower crust, as you can see the depth between 140 to 200 kilometers. And the kimberlite is only a transport of the diamond to the surface. So where is the Congo Republic? The Democratic Congo of Congo is located in the central of Africa, and it's reposed within the Congo craton. So this I will be developing it in the next slide. And in terms of mineral resource, Congo is a superpower. As you can see, it contains several commodities from the northern part of the Congo to the southern part, eastern to the western part of the Congo. So I don't want to go in detail in terms of the commodity. Okay, so let's look at the craton itself. So the Congo craton covers almost like several countries, as you can see, from Angola, Congo Democratic, and we have also the Congo Brazzaville and Gabon. So it's a very big, it's covering a very big area in the central of Africa. So, and it's divided into several blocks. As you can see, we have the Tem Shield or Tem block, which is located in the Gabon mostly, not inside the DRC, as you can see it here. And we have the Bomu to the northeastern part of the country, and we have the Bangwelu block, which is Paleoproterozoic in the southeastern parts, and the Kasai block in the central part, and we have the Angolan block in Angola. So we know that this craton is poorly studied. So that's why we are trying to promote the study of the craton internationally or locally in this topic. So in terms of the story of the diamond and kimberlite, everything started in the 1900s, as you can see here in the picture. So the exploration started by first of all the discovery of the diamond in the Kundelugu area in the southeastern parts of the Congo, as you can see here, and within the Bangwelu block. And after that, it led to the discovery of the largest kimberlite field in the Kundelugu. Then the discovery of the diamond in the Chikapa and Bujimai came later, and which led to the discovery of the Bakwanga kimberlite field, which is now the Bujimai and Chibwe kimberlite field. So, and later on, De Beers also conduct some activity in the country. They discovered the Kimpangu field, the kimberlite field in the western part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. And then at the end, then they discovered another kimberlite field in the east of the Bujimai, as you can see in this map. But currently, the production is done by Sasim, which is a private company. And we have also several artisanal working miners within the area. So let's look at the age of the kimberlites and the Congo craton blocks. You can see in the red arrow here at the bottom, we have the Kasai block, which is the oldest, and it's from Paleo-Archean to Neo-Archean. And this Kasai block has the Mbujimai, Chibwe, Kabinda kimberlite field, which are within the Kasai block. And this field, the age of this field is Cretaceous, lower Cretaceous. And we have also now the Bangwelu block, which is Paleoproterozoic, located in the eastern part, southeastern parts of the country, and it's associated with the Kundelugu kimberlite field. But we have also the Bomu and the Kwangu block. Both don't have kimberlites, but we'll go through it to see if we can find anything interesting regarding this block. So now let's go to the Kasai block. The Kasai block, as I said previously, it's the oldest, and it consists of granodiorite, titigic gneiss, and so on. So within the Kasai block, as I said, we have three fields: Kabinda, Mbujimai, and Chibwe, and it's located in the center of the craton, but in the southern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. So let's look at now the general geology of the Kasai block. As you can see here, there is a connection between the Kasai block and the Angolan block. So most of the kimberlites within this area, they are aligned northeast, following this structure, which is called the Lukapa structure. So as you can see, they define like a northeast structure, but within the Kasai block, we can also see another structure or another trend, which is east-west. So that's why we are thinking that this could be interesting to conduct also more structural studies in the future to understand the implication of this structure in the emplacements of the kimberlite. You see it in our future perspective. And now within the Kasai block, we have this first kimberlite field. The Mbujimai kimberlite field is located close to the Kasai block, as you can see. And this kimberlite field, within the kimberlite field, you can see the clusters or the kimberlites are aligned east-west, but all they are connected to the Lukapa trend, as you can see in the map. And the Mbujimai kimberlite fields is intruded Neoproterozoic carbonate rock, as you can see, and it shows different facies, and such as the resedimented volcaniclastic rock, and we have also the pyroclastic, which is in the upper parts. And within this area, the abyssal kimberlite is largely absent in some area. In terms of the grade of the diamond in this field, we have three types. It varies from three types. We have this 0.5 to 1.5 in the epiclastic kimberlites. In the tephasius kimberlites, it's vary from 1.5 to 2 carats. And within the massive pyroclastic kimberlites, it's from 2 to 3 carats. And this was mined firstly by Minier of Bakwanga. Now it's Miba. And for now, it's mined by Sasim, which is a private company. And the second field within the block, we have Chibwe, which is similar to the previous one, the Mbujimai. It's also intruding the Neoproterozoic carbonate rock. And we have now also different various of facies from resedimented sediment or sandstone, as you can see, and also mixture of sandstone and the breccia. And we have also some pyroclastic or some breccia within the kimberlite. And in terms of the average of diamond, you can see it's about 0.8 carat per cubic meter. And still it was mined before by Miba Sengamin, but now it's mined by Sasim. The third one is the Kabinda field. The Kabinda field has two group of bodies, as you can see. The Kabinda field is located in the eastern part of the Mbujimai Chibwe field, as you can see on the map. So we at the bottom, in the south, we have the Kasendu group, which has 8 bodies of kimberlites, while in the northern part, we have the Luposhi, which has 2 bodies. In terms of facies, it's similar to the previous one, as I said, intruding Proterozoic carbonate rock, and we can see the resedimented sedimentary rock, clastic sedimentary rock, such as sandstone and other magmatic variety. And these also contain fine diamond and macro diamond, as you can see. So the second block is the Congo block, which is only located in the eastern part, in the western part of the Kasai block. Within this block, no kimberlite was found and is also younger. And we have just to mention that there is plenty of artisanal mining activity which is going on within this area. So that's, but if you look at the map, there is some kimberlite field in the Angola side. So that's why we are, within our organization, we are trying to come up with idea, how can we see the extension of this kimberlite in the Angola towards the Congo block. So this will be you see it in our future perspective. We have also Kimpangu field, and the Kimpangu field is off craton. As you can see, it's located in the western part of the Congo, and it's in the southwestern part of Kinshasa, the capital city of the DRC. And within this area, the kimberlite shows almost a north trending dike, and it's intruding the West Congolian group, which is also Neo-Proterozoic. But the information about this kimberlite is little known. That's why we are also trying to conduct some studies in my project to understand the geochemistry and any relationship with the craton. The Bangwelu block now is located in the southeastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Is also paleo to Mesoproterozoic and contain also planites and gneiss rock. And within this block, we have the Kundelugu kimberlite field, which was discovered earlier on. Is the oldest comparing to, in terms of the discovery story. And within the Kundelugu field, you can see it has 2 groups, the eastern group and the western group, as you can see in this map. In the eastern group here, as you can see, it has 16 kimberlites, while in the western group, it says 17 kimberlites. So the size of the kimberlites is ranges from 1 to 50 hectares. And this kimberlite intruded also Neo-Proterozoic clastic to carbonate sedimentary rocks. And we have also to say that there's no real diamond found within these kimberlites. So this also, within our study, we are trying to understand the evolution or of the mantle, so that we can have this kind of characteristic within this area. So the last one, which is the Bomu in the Democratic Republic of Congo. As you can see, it's located in the northeastern parts of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and is predominantly classic low-grade granite greenstone belt. And you can see there's no any kimberlite occurrence within this area, but you can see the amount of several alluvial activity which is going on within this area. So within our organization, we are also trying to understand the relationship between this diamond and the Bomu block. So we are working together to try to see if the kimberlite was there or it's covered. So trying to do several geological techniques to understand it in the future. Okay. So now, in terms of future perspective, As I said, we are trying to come up with new methodology to for discovering new kimberlites within the area, because we believe that the exploration in kimberlite diamond in the DRC is not really completed. So we are working in different team of geologists, experienced geologists. They were already working in this kind of project to understand to discover new kimberlites. For instance, as you can see in the Kasai block, we are trying to do several studies in terms of the structure to understand the relationship or the implication of this northeast structure and the east-west structure in the emplacements of the kimberlites. We also have, we are also now doing geochemical comparison with the kimberlite field in the Angolan, so that we can understand the evolution of the mantle and the geothermal barometry. Within the BOMU, as there is no kimberlite field which was discovered, we are trying to find out the relationship between several alluvial diamond and the BOMU block. So we are planning to do several work, as you can see, from geophysical to geochemical studies. Within the investigation within the area to understand the kimberlite field. And the last one, we have the Congo block, which is also unknown. So we are also trying to understand if there could be any relationship between the Angolan kimberlite and in the Congo, because as you can see, the proximity between the Congo and the Angolan kimberlite field. So this is the contact of INEX if anyone is interested to work in some of in the kimberlites or the Congo craton. So you are welcome to contact us following these details. And I'm done. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Luzolo. Thanks a lot
Okay.
for this talk. It's a good overview of all the kimberlites and diamond occurrences in these cratons. So with that, Carol, can you, maybe we have a first question. I know we have a first question.
Tezen Bampada, she asked, so do you think is it possible to find kimberlites in Bopu Craton in northeast of Congo using new exploration methods like increasing different geophysics methods in the area?
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, thank you for the question. This is what we are trying to come up with, the idea, because as you can see in the Bomu block, there are several artisanal mines. So we are trying to, we want to start by doing, trying to compile several data or previous work which was done within this area to understand if they could have any possibility or any indication of the kimberlite occurrence within the area. Then later on or further on, we can do geophysical studies, and we are having also some contact with some of the companies. They already started doing some geophysical study in the southern part of Africa. So we've been contacting them so that we can also continue doing some physical study and move further to geochemical studies to understand. So we believe there could be kimberlite occurrence in this area, probably covered or eroded. Remember, we have there in just in the western part of the Bomu Craton, there is several diamond which occur in the sandstone. We think they could be because within the 10 block they have they found kimberlite which are dated in Archean. So I think our study will be very informative to understand the origin and maybe the presence of the kimberlite in this area, and try to relate it in all these blocks in the area. Thank you.
And did you do a lot of discovery thanks to geophysics already in the occurrence that we know? Or
in the bomb block, still we haven't not yet done specific geophysics to discover kimberlite, but we have plenty of some of mining activity which is going on here. Currently, I'm also here where I'm putting my pointer. So we can maybe get some information in terms of geophysics. So we have to do some communication with mining within the area so that we can use the data firstly to understand if we could have a possibility of finding kimberlite within this area.
Okay. So did you use it in the Kasai craton already, or not?
Within the Kasai craton, we have several data that will not expose now because we are working with some mining company. They were working within the area, so we have some geophysical data which I will present when I will move further with my studies. Yeah.
Thanks. So I will read the question of Ariette Nakai Tete. If you want to say something, Ariette, you can unmute yourself. So he's asking, what type of diamond are you having, alluvial or hard rock, and which is predominant?
Okay, yes. We have both. We have alluvial diamond in the Congo craton and the Kasai block, and also primary diamond, which is associated directly with the kimberlite. So, but mostly the mine which was operating in this area, they were just mining alluvial diamonds because there are plenty of diamond within the alluvial. Yeah. So still we can have plenty of kimberlite, which is not known until now. We can, if you can see the gap between the Angolan side kimberlite and the Kasai kimberlite field. So we still believe if we can do structural analysis, we can discover more kimberlite within this area.
Okay.
Okay, I will. Kalun, okay, so she wanted to know if you have geochemistry signature of each block of grouped kimberlites. And also she wants to know what is the relationship between your inferred structures and the regional geology, particularly in Kasai and Kundelungu.
Yes, we have geochemical data of the kimberlite in the Chibwe and also in the Bushimai. Also, we have data from the Kundelugu. In terms of geochemistry, you can see they differ. If you look at the garnet composition, they are very different. So we are now analyzing it to understand the evolution of these two blocks. So this is the study we are doing it now, and it will be presented. But in terms of geochemistry, they are really different. So the garnets and the pyroxene within this area, they are kind of different with this one in the Bangwelu block. In terms of the structure, we believe this structure could play a very big role in the placement of these kimberlites. So that's why my study, my PhD study is focusing on all this area from Angola, Kasai Craton, and the Bangwelu. I'll be also covering the kimberlite side in Kimpangu, which is located in the western part of DRC.
Okay. And so do you see any link between the geology and this main Lukapa corridor? I think that's what she was asking.
Yes, there is, till now we haven't done structural analysis, so we are just using data that we have. We can still see the link in terms of the kimberlite occurrence that this Lukapa structure can still be continued towards the northeast of the DRC. So what we will be doing is to try to do structural studies to see if it can continue, because it will help us to predict the position of the kimberlite within this area. Why not go a little bit further to the northeast to understand it. So we are still doing it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, so about this Lukapa corridor, we have Tian Leroux, who is saying the northeast Lukapa and east-west structural trends are interesting. Are you planning to cooperate with the Angolan IGEO and Ndiama to utilize the recent countrywide airborne geophysical survey data?
Yes, the structures are very interesting, and we are already having contact with Angolan companies because I have plenty of data. I feel like I have more data in the Angola than in the Democratic Republic of Congo, because in the Democratic Republic of Congo, we still have to do some field work to get more data so that we can compare it with the one in the Angola. So, and we will be in touch if anyone can also help us to get in touch with the Angolan institution so that we can get more data in terms of maybe geophysics, and so that we can interpret very well these things and know also the chronology of this Lukapa trend, which was discussed, and other people are saying it could be maybe graben, but we don't know. So we have to do structural studies to understand this Lukapa trend also.
Okay.
Mm.
And so do you have any idea yourself what could be the reason for this orientation and this trend?
Yes, I have an idea. This could be the Lukapa trend started to reactivate it. That's the idea I'm trying to come with, just from the beginning after the Archean, and it started to be activated. So it was like extent and also activate. So the activation was from the Archean and moved towards the Phanerozoic. So, but we still have to understand it in detail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why is the kimberlite in Kasai mineralized, whereas that's not the case in the Candelungu?
Yes, if that will be also in our discussion when we be progressing in our project, but I can already say it. You can see if you look at the craton within the Kasai, the craton within the Kasai could be thicker than this block in the Bangwelu. So this kimberlite could be as we know that the diamond is related to the thick lithospheric craton. So within this area, we don't have this kind of characteristic. So in the Kasai craton, you can see it's a bit thicker than the one in the Bangwelu. And in terms of also the chronology, this could be younger. It's almost Paleoproterozoic to Mesoproterozoic. Yeah, but we'll move further to understand exactly the evolution of these two blocks in terms of geochemistry and geothermobarometry. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we have 5 more minutes for a few more questions. So again, Ariet Naki Tete is asking if the diamonds come in association with other precious minerals.
Okay, yes. We haven't looked at other precious minerals, but we still believe the emplacement of these kimberlites could be also bringing other minerals. So, but we'll have a look. But if you look at the map in the Angola, you can see plenty of carbonatite. Can you see that in, I don't know, light blue, plenty of carbonatite. So what we'll do in our research will be also trying to do some analysis or to understand any implication of this carbonatite in the evolution of the craton. But now we cannot say we found other precious minerals beside diamond.
There are some very old and highly eroded kimberlites archean in Gabon. Do you think this could apply to the Bomu block?
Yes, I cannot just say yes now, but what we'll be doing is we'll compare this 10 block in the Gabon because they're Archean and this Bomo block, and if there could be any relationship in terms of geochemistry to maybe it could be the possibility that this kimberlite was in place at the same time with the one in the 10 block. So we'll do also further geochemical study to understand. But still now we don't have any contact in Gabon. We are still looking for institution or anyone who's working in the Gabon so that we can understand what are the findings in this area, and then compare it with the Bomo block. So plenty of questions. Huh?
yeah, we are having a lot of questions.
That's very interesting.
I will give you the chat, and then you can probably keep in touch with the people. So yeah, about the Bomo block, what about the geochemical studies to understand the provenance of diamonds on the Bomo block? Maybe you just
okay. I feel like everyone is interested in the Bomo block. Because if you look at the diamond occurrence, even if it's alluvial, so it's almost like the second Kasai block. Yes, we have plenty of data from maybe mining companies in the area, but we haven't got them now. So what we'll be doing, we'll do plenty of geochemical investigation, and but we start by maybe trying to target using geophysics firstly, and maybe structures. Where can we have the occurrence of the kimberlite? Then do the geochemical studies. But until now, we haven't got any good response with some of the mining companies are working in this area. So, but we still believe within the Bomo block, there could be something interesting coming. But now, what we have is only the alluvial diamonds which are taking place in this area.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Fillsmith. I don't know, Carol, if you think we should keep going, but maybe we can give the chat to Fillsmith and move on.
Yes, I can. Anyone want to contact me? Put my all my detail at the bottom. I don't know if I can go there quickly. I don't know if I can.
Sure, you can also paste your address in the chat.
Yes, I'll paste my address in the chat, and you have to contact INEX. I have also my INEX email is there, so I'll put it in this chat so that we can work together. So
great. Thanks a lot, Fillsmith.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Talk.
Thank you.
A lot of reactions, a lot of questions.
So they are coming. I will look at them, all of them, and I'll answer.
You can also answer on the chat if you want.